Ready? Yeah. All right. Questions, please, for Milos? All right. Yes, Ruth.
If you ever look back at past Grand Slam champions, just that there was a long stretch there where a lot of different guys were winning. And obviously, people talk about the Big Four. Really, almost a decade now, they've dominated. I mean, do you think it's ever been this tough to break into the top the way it is now, the way those four guys have dominated for so long?
It's definitely a really standout time in that aspect. There have obviously been constant champions here. Lendl was, I think, here in how many finals in a row? You've had lineups really of guys winning, and never really by four guys solely, other than in 2009, and even mostly three guys to some extent. So it's definitely been a tough time for everybody else trying to break through.
Yep.
So Jeannie Bouchard has her own army. Is there a name for your fan section yet?
No, I haven't come up with a name.
If you could name it, what would it be?
I haven't come up with a name.
Other questions? We're good?
What's the status with the arm sleeve? Yes or no?
It's sticking around.
Until?
Who knows?
Yes?
You're going to play qualifier in the first round. Do you have any idea about your opponent?
A little bit. I know I sort of followed the scoreline. He played a Canadian yesterday, so I think I'll probably do a lot of my research that way from what I hear from there. But especially being the first match for me, and he's already played 3 matches, it's going to be around finding myself in that first match, figuring out what I need to do, and sort of finding my range and keeping it very simple and not really trying to do too much.
Do you think you're going to talk to Polanski to get the information?
Either him or, I don't know if the Davis Cup captain was watching, whoever it may be. Definitely I will be asking questions, not even just him, maybe see who he's played throughout this year. There's plenty of guys in the locker room. The tennis world is not that big.
Vincenzo?
Milos, you look so old. You doesn't look so young.
Okay.
Better for you in sports and in general. Do you like tattoos? Do you like piercing? What do you think about this? Do you have any?
I like my girls without tattoos.
Last questions? Yeah.
Milos, you spoke after playing Washington about the period you had after Wimbledon, taking some time away from tennis and training in a non-tennis environment. Have you changed anything in your build to this Grand Slam, particularly in reference to how well Wimbledon went for you and pushing towards being a contender?
Yes, to the extent of during the preparation of Wimbledon, especially because it is such a new surface. I lost first round in Halle. We were trying to really spend a lot of time on court, whereas here I've played many weeks already on hard courts. I've played a bunch of matches on the surface. I've been doing well, but I haven't necessarily particularly been playing, I would say, all the time my best tennis. So I've been more so focused on what I need to do, that when Monday or Tuesday, whichever day I may play my first match, when it all starts, is that mentally and physically I'm 100%, and then trying to figure out the tennis on the go, and really using this week as a preparation week, but also as a recovery week from all the matches I have played in the past 3 weeks.
Does it feel a bit different now coming in, knowing that in your last slam you were so close to the final winner?
Yeah, but even if you asked me at the beginning of this year, the 2 slams I would have said where I have the best shot is Australia and here. So that's another exciting aspect of it, especially how the other 2 slams that necessarily I didn't mention in that best shot conversation, how well I did there.
Yep. You mentioned that you felt you hadn't played your best leading up to this. What exactly was it about your matches in Toronto and Cincinnati that you weren't happy with?
were you surprised that things weren't going as well as you thought they would?
Well, Toronto, I didn't expect by any means. There's just a lot of noise going around there. I wouldn't necessarily say pressure, but just friends, family coming out, making sure everybody's taken care of. There's a lot of, it's really not a week that doesn't matter how you do, that you don't feel tired leaving that week. So that's always going to be that way. So I was not expected to play my best. In Cincinnati, I was just making the most of really the chances I had. I was just trying to get better and better each match, and I was able to do so. I was able to survive some things. But I felt like that's always the goal, is for those 3 weeks, it was about, okay, let's play well, but understand that your goal is to be playing your best come U.S. Open time.
Last one.
Where's the U.S. Open rank for you in terms of the other Grand Slams during the year?
Wimbledon has a special prestige to it, but I would say in the aspect of everything else, that this is probably my favorite one. I spend a lot of time in New York. I like this city a lot, but outside of that, just the tennis alone. Just because I've grown up going to a lot of basketball games and other sports, and in those arenas where it's constantly noisy, I like that kind of rowdiness here, particularly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's go to the TVs. We'll go outside.